The 2025 NBA Summer League has come to an end, and if you are a basketball junkie like me, then you too likely had a blast watching all the young future players get their first taste of NBA action. Of course, I know people love to point out how Summer League success doesn't actually correlate to NBA success, or vice versa. Some guys play terribly in the summer, then figure it out come fall. But it is still a lot of fun to see what these guys are capable of and theorize how it will look come time for the real games. Today, I wanted to highlight 5 players who had exceptional runs this summer. I'll talk about what they did well and what I am expecting from them come the 2026 NBA season. Before we get started though, please do me a big favor and like the video as it helps me out far more than I think you guys realize. Consider becoming a channel member if you want to support these videos directly, and subscribe for more basketball related content. I am trying to hit 1 million subscribers before the preseason begins, so let's make that happen. Now, let us get started. The first guy I have to bring up is the face of the Summer League, Hansen Yang. The Chinese center has taken the NBA by storm as he quickly went from unknown to fringe second-round talent to the largest attraction in the sport. Portland Trailblazers Summer League games received better viewership at times than some of the most recent NBA playoff games. Sure, most of these fans are in China, but there is a massive Western audience who has become Yang's biggest supporters as well. Throughout his 4 games, Yang showcased that his defense is in fact NBA caliber. Despite what critics said about him being slow-footed and unathletic, aka Asian, therefore he can't hang, it turns out that him embarrassing NBA talent over these past few years as a teenager in FIBA competitions and in the CBA was in fact not a fluke. His 2.3 blocks per game ranked him 3rd overall amongst anyone to play at least 4 games. His 93.7 defensive rating ranked him within the top 8th of the Summer League, and his 7.1% block rate, which logs how many opponent 2-point shots end up being blocked by said player, ranked him 14th out of 451 players. Plus on offense, again, despite being labeled as too slow and unathletic to have success against Americans, Yang went to work picking apart defenses with his sweet backdoor passes to cutters, excellent rebounding and interior finishing, and even showed off a long-range shot that fell at a solid rate. He was one of only 12 players to average at least 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, and he did so in the fewest minutes per game by a wide margin. Now, Yang wasn't perfect. He at times was a bit sloppy and a bit lazy with finishing around the rim, but I think he looks like the real deal, and the Portland Trailblazers, for good reason, are beyond excited to see him play this upcoming season. I am not sure if Yang will be starting right away since they already have Donovan Clingan, but I have a feeling he'll earn that job in a matter of time. The next guy I wanted to highlight is somebody who entered the Summer League with a chip on his shoulder. Ron Holland was following in the footsteps of many Year 2 guys. Though he and his peers should not feel this way, you know that they feel they should have already proven that they are too good to be risking injury in the Summer League. As a 2024 top 5 pick, Holland was supposed to have established his role in the league by now. He was not supposed to be on this roster fighting to prove he even belongs on the big league team. But here he was, and though many second-year guys crumble under this pressure, he rose to the occasion and balled out. The 2 attributes that scouts adored about Holland going into the league were his defense and rim attacking, and these were on full display this past week. Holland averaged a staggering 4 steals per game in 3 matches he played. His ability to constantly find and cut off passing lanes and turn steals into fast breaks must have been a nightmare for the opposing guards. His long arms measured well on paper at the combine, but they finally got put to good use here, and his rim attacking was superb. His athletic paint finishes both above and, more importantly, below the rim are the type of thing that can surely translate to the actual NBA. The third thing I wanted to really highlight was his long-range shooting, which plagued him his rookie year. I am fully aware that this is a very small sample size, but in these 3 games, Holland connected on 46% of his 15 3-point tries, a stellar rate that showed off how hard he must have been working in the offseason. Holland looked too good to be in the Summer League, which is the goal of every player in his shoes. He should be set to have a significantly more impactful year 2 in Detroit. Speaking of year 2 guys trying to establish themselves, you have to give Kyle Filipowski props for his play this past couple of weeks. The second round pick did not get much court time in the first half of his rookie year, but as the season went on, he performed better and better with his role increasing. This summer league, he showcased what he learned during his time in the league. Offensively, Filipowski was a unit who could drive and finish in crowds, post guys up and score on the block, finish offensive rebounds, or space the floor with a killer long ball. In 6 Summer League games between Salt Lake City and Vegas, Filipowski averaged 23 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block per game. He was an absolute force of nature on offense who poured on 32 points against the eventual Summer League champion Charlotte Hornets. Utah has a pretty talented bunch of guys on the interior going into 2026. Walker Kessler and Lauri Markkanen are not getting leapfrogged in the rotation by somebody just for a good Summer League showing, but I believe Filipowski proved himself worthy of being the first guy off their bench. Someone who can do as much as he does offensively, plus his rebounding, will be valuable in the NBA during the regular season. The next guy I have to give credit to is Nique Clifford, the upperclassman rookie whose pretty much only gripe any scouts had of him was the fact that he was already 23 years old. Clifford is NBA ready right now, and I believe he is going to give Cooper Flagg a run for his money in that Rookie of the Year award race. Throughout the Summer League, he ran the show for Sacramento beautifully. His averages of 15 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists per game I don't think do him justice. His combination of sharp ball handling, strong physique, capable passing, and high IQ fast decision making make him very difficult to guard inside the paint. His drives, more times than not, led to an easy bucket for his teammates. And from beyond the arc, the defense was anything but safe as he knocked down 45% of his 4 3-point tries per game. Clifford is entering a weird situation in Sacramento. Very few young players develop well within this horribly ran system. In 2026, they already have Zach LaVine, plus they just acquired Dennis Schroeder in free agency. So I fear most of the point guard minutes are going to be given to those two, which then leaves Clifford and second-year point guard Devin Carter picking up the scraps. I don't like the idea of that, but I will say that Clifford, Carter, and fellow rookie Maxime Reynaud all seem to have very good heads on their shoulders and a lot of upside in the NBA. If they are not able to carve out a role in Sacramento, I know those guys will find an opportunity elsewhere. And the last guy I wanted to highlight has to be Yuki Kawamura. If you've been following my YouTube channel for a while, you know I've been a fan of him since before the summer of 2023, back when every article mentioning his name was written in Japanese. Yuki has climbed the ladder of success from an almost unheard of starting point. After making a two-way spot last year and dominating the G League, everyone thought we had seen the end of the 5'8" Japanese phenom. And when he joined the Chicago Bulls Summer League team, nothing was expected to come out of it since they had already signed all 3 of their two-way spots. But Yuki showed up and balled out this past week. Unfortunately, everyone's immediate concern with him is the same as Hansen Yang. They see a guy from Asia and just assume they cannot keep up with American talent. And it doesn't help that he is pretty much always the shortest guy on the court. But time and time again in the Summer League, Yuki showed that his basketball IQ, speed, and strength made up for his physical appearance. In 5 games, Yuki averaged 2.2 steals in only 23 minutes of action. That was the second most of anyone to play as little as him in at least 3 games. He moved his feet as fast as anyone to stay in front of his man, he helped and caused chaos when others drove near him, and the low center of gravity and quick arms he has prevented bigger guys from just posting him up. Honestly, when you watch him play, then read what people have to say, it is pretty frustrating because of how different what your eyes see and what the so-called experts claim are. But even the biggest doubters have to admit his offense is electric. Everyone loves watching Yuki handle the ball. His court vision and creativity with passing are literally top 1% in the sport. Yuki makes all-time career mixtape passes almost every single game. He was one of only 10 guys to have multiple double-doubles in the Summer League thanks to his assist numbers. And that three-point shot that people love to point out and say must fall for him to have a role in the league fell at an awesome 39% clip on 4 tries a game. Yuki's performance convinced the Bulls to waive a player on their roster to add him to a two-way spot, which he deserved but is pretty unheard of. Hopefully this year we get to see him get more court time in the NBA than last year. So there you have it, 5 guys that stood out the most to me in the most recent NBA Summer League. By the way, if you're wondering where the guys like Cooper Flagg or Trey Johnson are, just know I only wanted to highlight players who appeared in at least 3 games. So real Summer Leaguers, genuinely playing for something. Please let me know down below what you guys thought of the players I mentioned. Also, let me know who else stood out to you or that you're excited about. Thank you all for watching the video all the way up until the end. Please like if you have not already, and I will see you all next time.